Hello, this is Frank again with another Star Wars Battlefront II ASMR. This is the Endor space battle. Within their TIE fighters, Iden Versio, Miko and Hask race through the debris of the second Death Star.
The Admiral created Inferno so something like this wouldn't happen again.
I know. Hard to believe this is all that's left.
Now they need to reach their ship, the Corvus.
It is the true face of the rebellion. It's the reason we've been fighting so long.
We tried to make them afraid, we only made them angry.
Someone told me once that rebellions are built on hate. I never stopped believing it.
How are we supposed to fight that?
The Empire will change. Just like it did when they destroyed the first Death Star. We adapt or die.
Indeed, this was the philosophy of the Empire.
Commander, we have a problem.
What is it, Hask?
The Corvus was damaged by the Death Star explosion. Engines are down, but the crew is making repairs.
Get the rendezvous coordinates from the Admiral.
Commander, I'm picking up quite a few ship signals outside the debris field.
Any of them Imperial?
Not many. They've either retreated or been destroyed.
What about the Admiral Star Destroyer?
The Eviscerator is positioned near the Corvus. It appears to be fully functional.
At least Hask isn't alone on the Corvus. We might actually make it out of this alive.
With all their training, their sheer will, and allegiance to the Empire, they might make it alive. The rebels only had luck, a thing the Empire wasn't based on.
Agent Hask, we're approaching the Corvus. What's the status on the engines?
Ion injector systems at 60%. I'm diverting shield power to reignite the engine systems. Commander, fighters inbound.
Bombers 2, defend the Corvus. It has no shield power.
They simply had to make it. There was no other choice. There was nothing else for them to live for, to rise up to. There was no other cause but the one of the Emperor. Of course, they didn't knew yet that the Emperor was dead.
Bombers are making their attack run now.
They had to destroy those I-Wing bomber squadrons. And in fact, it was their very duty to do so, aside of the current situation. The Empire had trained them in such a fashion that they will always fight for it,
Those bombers are tearing the Corvus apart.
even if it was dead, buried, and even if nothing else remained of it.
Can't hold against those Y-wings, Commander.
It was their conditioning, it was their purpose, it was why they were alive, or still alive. Else, their teachers would have killed them long ago.
Agent Hask, status report.
We have the rendezvous coordinates, but the crew needs time to repair the engines.
We can make time. Agent Miko, let's take out these bombers.
They were trained to be always confident, always set on their targets, always mindful of what was around them. It was, in fact, a philosophy and a psychology of paranoia. The Empire actually advocated only destruction and fear.
Another bombing run like that, the Corvus is done for, Commander.
Indeed, the Corvus would have been done for, and they would simply die. They would simply be some other servants of the Empire.
Engines are almost ready, Commander.
Picking up more bombers on my scanner.
Of Palpatine himself, that would have no burial place, no grave, no nothing. There will remain no memory of them.
They're down!
While on a killing spree, nor Iden, Hask or Nico realized that nobody will remember them, and that there was no actual point in fighting for something that was dead, rotten, and fetid. Because of their conditioning, they would always be on a killing spree, not thinking, not feeling, but only performing, only bringing up death and destruction to everything else, to everything that was against the Empire. They had only to fulfill their orders, and so they had learned they will fulfill their destinies, their very purposes. Oh, Iden Versio and her teammates didn't even notice the beauty and vastness of space, for their minds were clouded. This was a very efficient way to keep the subjects close,
Another bombing run like that, the Corvus is done for, Commander.
to keep them in line as the old corporations from the distant Earth did in the past. One man didn't matter. One man wasn't important. Besides the Emperor, besides Lord Vader, but not even him, because this was the Sith philosophy, and what the ancient Earthlings didn't knew
That's one for you.
was that the Sith philosophy reigned back then too. But humans forget their history all the time, as they did before the Empire, the great galactic one, started its reign in the times of the Republic.
Picking up more bombers on my scanner.
It was the very old ways of ancient Earth. It was the ways that were already proven, for you see, the Sith Lords were reigning back then. They were not the corporation's CEOs or advisors or anything. They were way, way beyond that. They were up there in space watching. People that had no clue of what was happening more than in their small communities. For yes, even if the cities of ancient Earth were great, were wide, with those tall skyscrapers, they were still small compared to those that were built afterwards. Those large cities in space, those bases that housed millions of people. It was, of course, human evolution, but the Sith always had their way with humanity. They deceived through mere pleasures, through illusions. In fact, it was the thing that the Buddha hinted at, that the Lord Mara, the Lord of Illusion, was reigning over the earth.
Engines are operational, Commander.
Perfect timing. Agent Miko, get to the Corvus. I'm right behind you.
Commander Versio, order your ship to retreat, then join me on the Eviscerator.
Sir?
Classified orders, Commander. I will brief you in person.
Yes, Admiral. Inferno Squad, the Admiral and I will rendezvous with you later.
Without being able to explain the feeling to herself, Iden Versio felt her stomach sick as she approached the Eviscerator. The Star Destroyer made the jump through space-time while Iden Versio was walking through its corridors to find out something really disturbing.
You wish to see me, sir?
Approach. The Emperor is dead.
So what happens now?
We retaliate, Commander. The Empire will assault the very foundation of the rebels' pathetic belief in themselves. Tell me, Iden, what is the source of their belief?
Hope.
Correct. This messenger's presence is a great honor, one I choose to share with my daughter.
Admiral Versio, Operation Cinder is to begin at once. Resistance, rebellion, defiance. These are concepts that cannot be allowed to persist. You are but one of many tools by which these ideas shall be burned away. Heed my messenger. He shall relay you to your target.
Operation Cinder is the last command of our Emperor, and the first step in securing our future. Inferno is crucial to its success.
What's our target, sir?
You are not verified.
That information can wait. For now. Here are our next assignments. They are unusual, but these are unusual times. Go, Commander. Do what you do best.
Indeed, unusual are the times we are living right now. As they are, they were, or they will be, those that take place in the Star Wars universe. This is Frank. Thanks for your view. Please do subscribe to the channel and see ya.